What's going on, fragrance family? We're back bringing you another fragrance review. Check it out. Welcome back, fragrance family. Ori here with Knowsnotes, and again, I do apologize for the delay. We're actually in the process of making a pretty significant lifestyle change, transferring jobs, so bear with us. We're getting stuff out as soon as we can. We'll get there on a regular basis. If you're new to the channel, thanks for showing up. Thanks for watching our video. Here at Knowsnotes, we cover all things fragrance related, so reviews, top 10 lists, just in general, everything related to fragrances. So if you're interested in that, consider hitting that like button, subscribing, and of course, hitting the bell notification so you never miss a new video. And to our longtime fans and followers, we do appreciate the love and appreciate you coming back to check out what we're giving you today. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my review on a fragrance from the house of Arabian Oud, and that fragrance is Kashmir. Now, before we start diving into this review, let's go over a little bit of information about the house itself. Arabian Oud is a Saudi-based fragrance house that's been around since 1982. With more than 700 stores worldwide, Arabian Oud offers some of the most luxurious Oriental fragrances to those who crave well-blended fragrances fit for royalty. Starting off with the presentation, this presentation is pretty incredible. Arabian Oud is world-renowned for having great presentation with many of their fragrances, and Kashmir is no exception to that rule. Now, what really impresses me, and maybe I'm just a sucker for the smaller things, but this bag here, this is a personalized bag that matches the actual box of the fragrance, which I think is really cool. Now, it has like this cashmere velvet feel to the front of it, also the same on the back, but it has the metal seal that says Kashmir on it. Get this out of the way. It says Kashmir here, and also says Arabian Oud down here. Flip this back around, pull out this box. So as you can see, the box is very similar to the bag that it came in. It has a sleeve, boom, open that up there, and here's your box. It's pretty solid, pretty sturdy. I really dig it. I like the attention to detail they did with this. So when you're opening the fragrance, it opens like so. I took it out because I know if I open it this way, it was gonna fall out, and I'd be really upset if I dropped this. This is good juice. Anyways, so it opens like so. And that's the first part of the presentation. So let's go ahead and get into the presentation of the bottle. Now, sorry about that. Anyways, the fragrance, it comes in this drawstring bag, and it has that same velvet or cashmere feel to it, with metal tabs on it. You get Arabian Oud, and opens like a normal draw bag. Yeah. And boom, there's our juice. Bottle's pretty simple. I like it. It's elegant. It's so simple that it's elegant. That makes sense. And it's pretty sturdy. You can throw it at somebody. You guys know I'm known for talking about that, but please don't actually throw this at anybody. I don't want anybody suing me. Anyways, metal bottles, got a plastic cap on the inside. Oh man, that smells good. Silver top. It's got some, looks like some engravings. Doesn't really say anything, but it's just some designs that are in the metal. But my favorite part about this bottle is the Atomizer. Now, my buddy over at the boutique was giving me a little more info on this, and apparently the Atomizer was designed in Germany, and they did a stellar job. The distribution is pretty incredible. I enjoy it, but I'll show you. Check it out. Awesome, awesome distribution. I would say that my Creeds have the best atomizers out of my collection, but if Arabian Oud starts doing this for all of their fragrances, then I think these are better than the renowned Creed atomizer. Now that we got the presentation out of the way, let's get into what we're really here for, the juice, how this thing smells. Now, Kashmir is categorized as a Oriental fragrance with top notes of blackcurrant, Japanese yuzu, and plum. The mid notes, you're getting rose, jasmine, and you're getting some oud. And then on your base notes, you're getting your vanilla, your cashmere oud, and your white musk. Now, when this fragrance opens, it has a fruity blast of goodness. Now, it's the fruit is not too sweet. It's not as bright as, say, Creative Ventus. I'm not saying this smells like Creative Ventus, but I'm saying, you know, that opening is kind of fruity. You're getting the blackcurrant, you're getting the pineapple, you're getting the apple, things like that. But this one, it's not as wild, or I guess as in your face. It's a little more subtle with the sweetness, at least after it dries down a little bit. Anyways, so when I spray this, the opening, I'm getting a lot of the Japanese yuzu as far as the citrus notes goes, but then I'm getting a lot of the plum. I'm really not picking up the blackcurrant in this. I know it's there, I'm sure it's there, but I'm not picking up personally. This is a fragrance that gets better with time, and I could be a little biased because the mid notes are some of my favorite notes in fragrances overall. You have your rose and you have your jasmine and your oud, of course. Now, rose and jasmine are two of my favorite floral notes when it comes to fragrances, and the accord of these two florals is just incredible. It's nice, smooth, and well blended, and I love it. And then it also introduces the oud that I love so much. And if you know me, or we've spoken before, you know I'm a huge oud fan, and I just can't get enough. But anyways, I'm kind of getting off track. As you hit those middle notes and it starts to continue drying down, you start getting into the base notes with the white musk, the cashmere oud, and the vanilla. Well, almost forgot about that. I'm gonna go back over the oud that we talked about in the mid note. Now, the oud is not too oudy, all right? So I don't want someone to be watching the video and hear and say, ooh, oud. No, I'm done with this fragrance. It's definitely a lighter, smoother, more, I guess, less offensive oud. Not that I find oud offensive, but I know some people are not really a fan of it because it can be a bit strong, a bit masculine, but the oud in this is definitely pleasant. It's not going to scare anybody off. It's enjoyable. And the oud, to me, is kind of the star of the entire show of this fragrance. So, not the entire, I'm trying to find a better way to rephrase this. It's present, all right? I smell it from the mid to the final stages of the dry down, because once you get past the rose and the jasmine and you start introducing that white musk, the vanilla, and the cashmere oud, it's still present, and it just makes a really nice accord when it combines with that musk that gives a slight fresh hint, and of course with the vanilla, which becomes very creamy and smooth. In terms of projection, I get about 4 hours of solid projection whenever I wear this. I'm getting about 4 to 5 feet, and it starts to become more of a skin scent at that 6 hour mark. But to me, I think that's solid projection. I think that's solid performance overall. I think that's a conversation we all need to have within the fragrance community. I know it's subjective, but what classifies a fragrance as a beast mode or a solid performing fragrance? I think 4 hours is solid. Granted, I do have fragrances in my collection that I've gotten 6, 8+ hours of overall performance, but everybody has a different opinion on it. Let me know what you think down below. Cashmere is more marketed towards a male audience, but I believe that this fragrance is genderless. Kind of again goes with my mantra, wear what you want whenever you want. We're going to talk about in terms of price. I know some people, they also decide what fragrance they're going to wear and what occasion they're going to wear them on based on how much it costs. So I was able to get mine here in Bahrain for, I think I got mine on sale. It's been a little bit now, but I want to say it was around $130. I found it on the Arabian Oud website back stateside over in Europe, UK, for about $150 US, and then over on OrientalFragrances.com, I found it there for about $170. Overall, I really enjoyed Cashmere. I'm really happy with it, and it's solid all around for what I'm looking for when it comes to a fragrance. It's right now holding its own specific title for being one of my more unique fragrances in my collection. So I highly recommend it. Not sponsored by Arabian Oud or anything like that, but just letting you know, I think it's a great fragrance for you to give a try if you're into Oriental fragrances. But yeah, that wraps up the review. That wraps it up. I'm trying to think if I missed anything, and I don't think I did. That's at least related to the review itself. Check out our Instagram. On our Instagram, we're able to be a little more active there because it doesn't take us, as far as editing and things like that, we don't really have to do as much, and it's easy to kind of do on the go. And my wife, she also helps me out over there with that one. Her and I are going to be putting out a video here probably within the next month. We're going to do a review. I know some people were requesting that, so we got that coming for you. We didn't forget about you. I do appreciate everyone's patience. I kind of mentioned earlier, I got some decant bottles that arrived, And I also went to an event last week with Al Haramain and got a lot of cool fragrances, and I got a lot of samples that I'd love to share with the fragrance community. So go hit us up on our Instagram, check us out, let us know what you think, and be on the lookout for the giveaway details. Again, we do appreciate the love and support and just how awesome this fragrance community is. If you're not into fragrances, if you've been thinking about getting involved, definitely give it a try. And I do recommend IG, because IG is something about that community. It's out of all the different fragrance communities, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or over on IG, I feel like IG has the strongest fragrance community. There's a lot more people are having real meaningful conversations, and it's good. It's great. I love it. Sorry, kind of getting distracted. But anyways, that's the review. Hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think down below. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you never miss a new video. As always, I'm Ori with Knowsnotes, and when it comes to smelling good, wear what you want, whenever you want. Stay fresh, stay blessed. We'll see you next time. Peace.
They say Mike's about to blow though. Tell me something that I don't know. With the crowd bouncing like bogles. You can come on the tour bus, just please no photos. Up the ride like Somo, cause we be going off on the off nights. Cause I've been on every single song I put my pin on. No, they don't